What's going on, YouTube? We back at it again. Um, so it's a Monday, so I just wanted to kind of just come over, talk about what we saw in the markets today, for real, for real. I did take a couple trades on the. Whoa, camera is not okay. Excuse me. I did take a couple trades on the little demo account. You know what I mean? Just still stacking my capital for another live account. I decided I'm gonna start with like couple more bands this time. So still stacking up. I just don't want to trade until I got the number I got in my head. So, with that being said, we're just gonna go ahead and talk about what market did today. Kind of what I saw before market kind of opened. Um, the trades we took, and it's just gonna be a short, little, quick video. So of course you already know we already start with the DXY. I'm gonna just go ahead and start on the 1 hour. Um, because this is just Monday. So if you go watch like my simple trading video, we break down all of this already. So this is Sunday market open, and this is Monday when I think this is like 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock. So right before stock market opens. Um, so I was looking. I talked about previously, like just for kind of I guess touch over it. Um, right. So when market was here, I said price needs to either find it's gonna want to either come down to the support zone or it's gonna want to come up to this resistance and do something, right? But it's gonna want to like hit one of these zones either way. So market opens. I'm looking at it. I see okay, market opens Sunday, has a quick run up, starts with a gap. So typically when you see these gaps, right, price wants to always fill these gaps. So right off back, I knew like okay, price is gonna come down, and then I started trying to figure out like okay, if price is gonna come down, where's price gonna come to? So of course, looked over to our left and just saw this previous shoulder here. Found the nearest quarter point, whole point level, 104,400, and you see price came right to this level here. So it was just kind of analyzing that, and then as price got here, it had a lot of hesitation, so it didn't fully want to break through, right? But we wasn't getting a lot of wicks, right? So it wasn't like it was rejecting, but it just was like it wasn't fully ready to come down yet. So Price found a little support in this area here, the 104,400. Kind of did a little run back up to the previous open or where it opened to. Um, and from there, just looking at the candlesticks, right? I saw like okay, price is kind of having a rejection. Price wanted to push to the downside, kind of an indecision spinning top candle, a little bigger than your average spinning top. But I was like, okay, just looking at these two candles, I could tell price did want to come back down. There wasn't any impacting like major news release or anything like that. Um, so I was like, okay, it's Monday, so more than likely price is just gonna come down. Um, so I got up around like 5. So I got up right when this candle was opening. So I watched these two candles, and just by market structure on like the 1 hour and 15 minute, I could just kind of tell that price is going to want to continue down. And we see we got 3 white soldiers or 3 black crows right here. Three black crows, right? So we see the candles are just kind of getting increasingly bigger in size. So I just forecasted like, okay, around 7, 8 o'clock, I was like, all right, I said price may just come back to this zone, reject from here and move to the upside. But if we do get close below this zone, price is going to continue pushing down to this 104,200 area, which it did. So just kind of watch price fall down. Had a quick little bounce, come back, and then right now it's 7 o'clock. So New York's closed. Not really looking for it to really do anything too major here, but now we will talk about the trades that were took. All right. So here is the trades that I took on the demo account. So I got in a GU trade, and I'll show you like what this looked like on the chart. But I got in this GU trade, and this was right when I saw price come down. And no, this is right after I think the US dollar pushed up. So this is right after this push up, I believe, because I got in a sell. So price was no, that was here. I'm tripping. It's been a long day. But once price got in this area, I kind of figured price would give us a bounce back to the upside. So with me being bullish on the X dollar, got into sell positions on GU, which we see came down, and I didn't hold these trades for too long. I think I was out by like 2 o'clock. Got in a SPF 500 trade. Couple here. It was kind of the same, when I saw the US dollar pushing up, kind of just gotten some quick sales, and those like 2-3 candles that was pushing up. I was like, okay, I got more faith in getting into sales right now than I did getting into buys. And don't get me wrong, like the buys would have been cool. I just didn't really care for to look for the buys because I figured price was gonna have a rejection at this zone. So I just waited for the rejection. And then here's the results. I didn't screenshot the actual US 30 trade. I thought I did, but I just took 2 screenshots of SPF 500 apparently. When I was looking like at my screenshots, I was like, oh, I guess I never took a picture of US 30. I just took a picture of SPF 500. So this is like the result of those trades. GU, the SPF 500 trades, and then we had the small like micro lots on US 30. So what that looked like on GU is this, and I'll just mark open. So boom, just open and close, right? So kind of had like a triple top action right here, right? So, right. So I'm seeing prices like still respecting this area, still rejecting pretty heavily. So once it came down, and I got this zone just by looking at previous market structure, right? So I was looking at, why is there a volume on here? So just looking back from the previous last week's action, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower, higher high, higher low, right? Pretty weak higher highs, higher lows, but just took it for a grain of salt. Cap size. Look for my nearest quarter point level was, and then I love this 1.2, like especially when it's like too flat. I love when they're flats, which is just like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, whatever. I just tend to find those areas are respected a lot. So once price got here, ran back up, I was like, okay, cool. If price starts to show its rejection at this top, or comes back, runs back up to this resistance zone, I'm gonna just hop in a quick sell, which I did. And we hopped in from like somewhere in this area to like right here, like right when this candle started to form. So like I said, we wasn't really in trades pretty long, like 3-4 hours at max, right? SPF 500 was pretty much the same. I'll do US 30. US 30 was actually a pretty bad entry. I got in like somewhere on this area. I was out working, so I just got in quick. Was pretty confident price was gonna come back down, so I wasn't really too worried about it. So price had a little, drawdown here, but price ultimately came back down, and then I closed the trades when I closed everything else. So and then SPF 500, looking here, and this was really giving me that shooting star vibes, right? Candlestick patterns, like I say, powerful. So just combining that with what I was seeing on the US dollar, what I was seeing with this shooting star pattern, I was like, all right, I saw it, I shot it, rode it for a couple hours, closed out of the trade. And then honestly, that was it. Now, when it comes to tomorrow, Tuesday, I don't know if we have any news actually. So we do. So Powell testifies at, make sure my time is right because my time be off. All right, so my time is right. So Powell testifies at 9. So 30 minutes after market opens. That would be interesting. But other than that, there's no other news. But Powell's talking, so that's all the fucking catalyst you need for a volatile market. They can go in any direction. I'm going to say I'll probably be slightly more bullish if anything else. I'm gonna see how like market moves over London session, and from there I'll once I wake up I'll make my bias on everything. But right now I might be sells. Honestly, I might have a sell bias. And I'll probably be looking like if we do like if I like get up during London and prices like hovering in the zone, I'll probably be more sellish than or bearish than anything, and I'll probably be looking for price to come around 104.5. Let me play with this. I can deal with that. So 104.05. Probably be the area I'll be expecting if like price comes back down to this area and just kind of breaks through. That'll be the first area I'll expect, and then of course once it passes that 103.800, it'll be like the second major area I'll be looking for price to really come down to. Because we are bearish, like we haven't been creating any higher highs, higher lows, or anything. So we're looking a little bearish here. So with that, like with GU, since we are still in this trading zone, so if we get up here, I'll just be expecting buys, ride those up till about, I want to say 102.800 more than anything, honestly. Like that's what's calling me, 102.800. So if I do look for buys, I'll be looking for buys around this area. And then if US dollar is going down, of course, we'll see that pushing indices to the upside, which I'll just be expecting US 30 to come to this 33600 level that we were talking about in the previous videos. This previous support hasn't been retested, so I'll be seeing if price wants to come back up, retest that area, as well as with S&P 500 come up, test this 4120 area. And other than that, that's all I'm looking at. So that is today's video. It's March 6th, so this is kind of like my breakdown of trades from today, my outlook on things tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight, so I'll actually probably make a video in the morning before market opens, right before London closes. So then with that, we'll see how things go, or probably before that, probably like 6, 7, maybe 5. So we'll see how market is doing at that point in time. But other than that, it's been great talking to you guys, and stay easy. Peace.